Are you scared of that? Hi, Moose. Hi, Brittany. Hey, what's up guys? Jake with Legacy 4x4 here again, and today we're taking on a nice easy project that has nothing to do with trucks or boats or anything else. It's just a fun little project for inside my house. I figured I'd record it and edit it and throw this up here just as an extra video, just as a little freebie, just because it should be a fun little project during the holidays. Anyway, so I'm doing this prior to the holidays here. We're gonna have family coming down to come visit my wife and I down here in North Carolina. And we have a wood burning fireplace. And this fireplace has the usual little cast iron thing that the firewood sits on top of while it burns. This is an old one that we had originally in the house when we first bought it. And some of the slats in the middle of it had eventually burned out just because it was older. I have since repaired it using some expanded metal to fill the gap here so the wood had something to sit on. But as you can see, I have now also burned through that expanded metal. I don't feel like buying one online, and again, I thought this would be a fun little project, so we're gonna make a new one of these today. So I've got my brother-in-law here, he's gonna help me out a little bit, and it should be a fun, quick little project. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I just measured this old cast iron stand that we had here. This thing is 24 inches at the front, about 18 inches in the rear, and then 16 inches total width. I'm gonna just make a 24 inch by 16 inch square box. I'm gonna put it up on some legs, and I'm gonna use some scrap metal that I had sitting on the side of the shop that hasn't been used in a while to build this thing. So for the steep price of free, we're gonna rebuild this. For the main frame where most of the firewood will sit, I'm gonna use some 1 inch by 2 inch rectangular tubing. This is about 1/16 wall, and then I've got some 1 by 1 by 14 gauge wall as well to do the vertical slats throughout it. Should be a pretty simple little project. The first thing we're gonna do here is cut all of this tube to length. I just marked it out, so we're gonna take it over to the slugger over there and start cutting this stuff down to the right lengths. All right, so you can see the base layout here. I just cut these off of the slugger, and then I just ground off the edges here to make sure there's a nice smooth surface to weld to that doesn't have any of this old paint from the scrap metal on it. I'm just doing a very simple rectangle here, and then I'll run some supports through the center of it, and then I'll do some raises on the sides of it to give it the kind of like basket shape that it's gonna need to have. But anyways, we got the basic rectangle laid out. We're gonna go ahead and weld this together and then get the supports into place. All right, so we got the base frame done, that external rectangle all finished up. Now we just got to add in the vertical slats that go between it. There's gonna be a total of 5 of these 1 inch by 1 inch by 14 gauge vertical slats. That should provide plenty of structure on the inside of here to support any wood that goes onto it and keep the large pieces of wood on top, and then let the smaller stuff kind of fall to the bottom below the container here. All right, now with the vertical slats done, we're gonna move right on to doing the legs. I pre-cut all this stuff, so this project is going by super quickly. The legs are just 3 inch tall little legs, nothing super fancy about it. I'm just using some more of that 1 by 2 scrap that we had to make these pretty quick and easy. Let's go and get those next. All right, so we elected not to make a basket for it, and we just did a flat, even, flat basket for this thing to hold it. It'll work perfectly fine with the type of logs that we use. Now, the last step that we have here is to burn off all of the paint that was on there. I didn't feel like grinding the whole thing off, so we're just gonna catch it on fire and burn it all off like that. All right guys, super simple project for the day today. Did not take very long to do, about an hour to make this thing, but hopefully this will last a little bit longer than my last stand did inside my fireplace. Worst case, it was free. It was made entirely out of scrap metal that mostly was used on a previous project that had to be repurposed as something else. So not a bad way to spend a little bit of time with my brother-in-law here. I got to teach him a little bit about welding and kind of about fabricating, at least something really simple. So that was always fun to get to do with him. Anyways, with all that stuff done, let me go show you guys what this looks like inside the fireplace, and then we'll close out. All right, so this is what this looks like. Pretty simple, just a little grated kind of structure for the fireplace. Let's go see what this looks like inside. This is what it looks like in the fireplace. As you can see, just a nice, clean, simple look. Nothing complicated. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. I know it's a super simple one. It's got nothing to do with 4x4 stuff. Just trying to keep you all updated with the different projects that we got going on here at the shop. Anyways, hope you all liked it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.